truly to step into summer is to step into imaginary play, right? A good mantra might be, get off screens and get into the outdoors. Well, one trending outdoor play idea is to set up a mud kitchen. Have you seen these? It's where kids can stir and scoop, mix and muddle the afternoon hours away. Some mud kitchens out there are pretty elaborate, yet the original concept of playing in nature is honestly much more simple, right? One mom from Logan is passionate about it. In fact, she might have created the OG, the original mud kitchen of Instagram. Her ideas for nature play with kids are easy, they're organic, imaginative, and inspiring. We are so pleased to welcome Lindsey Haws back to Studio 5. Great to have you.
Thank you so much.
So you told my producer that a mud kitchen and sort of a fairy-inspired area were always a part of your parenting plans, always in your parenting playbook. Why is nature play so important to you, Lindsey?
I mean, I just think the world is so fast now, but when we were kids, we were always outside, right?
Right.
And I have so many good memories that truly feel magical, and I knew that was going to be so important for me to have less screens and as much time outside as my kids could get.
And I do feel like you have to seek it out and create it, like purposefully create it as a parent, which is kind of sad, but I think it's inspiring as well to know this is my game to lay, right? And I understand you were working on a home reno project and you would sneak away while all of that construction dust was flying around to work on this little nature area. So describe what you did.
Yeah, we had purchased a home and I was meant to be doing baseboards and all these other things while my husband was at work, and he would come home and I had been working on the mud kitchen because I justified it. If I could have the kids have a place to play, that we would be able to get the projects done. But so yeah, this is it. It's been a labor of love for 3 years. Every year it gets a little bit bigger, a little bit better. I add more, and I say it's for my kids, but you totally know it's for me and my inner child as well.
Your heart is in there too. Everything feels organic. Like the tables and the stations and the pathways, was that part of the goal?
Yeah, the goal was, I found out there's such a thing as nature playgrounds, and it's all made from logs and wood, and so I wanted to bring that into my backyard and make it feel as natural and as part of the environment as possible.
I can like feel the magic through those pictures. There was a project, I understand, that inspired it all for you?
Yeah, the stick hoop arch. It was inspired by the Hobbits and by Shires. Like, I don't think you can watch Lord of the Rings and see those circle doors and not want one of those, right? And so I knew I wanted a big wow factor entering into the mud kitchen, fairy realm area, as we call it. And so I wove that stick arch from my neighbor's tree trimmings.
You made that?
Yeah.
I
wove them. Yeah, I braided some of it, and then once it started going in a circle, then I was able to weave others in.
How long did that take you?
Well, with the weather, it took a couple months because we would have rain and snow, but it was just so much fun.
Oh my goodness. Now you mentioned as part of the mud kitchen, once you get past that amazing entrance, I love that you did that and invested in that. There's a fairy component to it. Describe the fairy magic.
Yeah, I wanted to introduce as much childhood magic as possible, so I've started making fairy houses, and I actually put them out at night and surprise my children with them, and I mean, it gives me so much joy. For me, it's better than Christmas. It's ongoing, and I can just add little things once a week, you know, and they're losing their minds.
I bet they are. Are there characters, fairy characters that come to play?
No, so we don't touch the fairy houses because, as you know, the fairies would lose their magic temporarily.
Right.
So we don't touch the fairy houses. And
Lindsey.
Yeah, there's so much
magic. It's a creative outlet for you. It becomes a creative charge for your kids.
Yeah.
We talked about the organic nature of it all, no pun intended. And you obviously have the generosity of like a really open play space, which I think is fantastic. But you have some tips for other parents, no matter their space, to bring that organic feel into any sort of nature play environment. First, you say, make it at their level, make it child-sized.
I started with the stick hoop, and when people walk through that, they're always kind of, they don't like it, but that was intentional. I wanted it to feel child size. I wanted it to feel like their own space that we as adults kind of don't fit into. So yeah, make it all child size. Make the mud kitchen low, you know, like just I don't know. It's just,
You're so cute.
You don't have to have the backyard that I have. Like literally start with anything and your kids will be happy.
You're challenging us to use green waste. So I saw the log tables and the log seats. That was by design.
Yes. In Cache Valley, at least at the Logan landfill, you can take green waste for free. So we would just go with the chainsaw and I would just scope out all the logs. Everything in my mud kitchen was made with recycled and leftover materials that other people had taken to the green waste. And then we just cut them up and we brought them back to our house.
So you were able to improvise. Those table and chair seating area becomes kind of openly defined. Let's talk about the mud kitchen in particular. You suggest using real pots and pans. How come?
Just for durability, but to give kids also like the real world sense. Like my kids love seeing a bread loaf pan and then they're making a type of dirt bread, you know, or whatever.
Oh, mud bread, there's nothing better.
And you can just get all these. I just got all of mine at DI.
Yeah.
All the utensils, all the plates, everything.
It's funny, this conversation and this piece of advice you're sharing is appropriately timed. We have a sand pit we just put into our backyard, and I bought a huge Amazon, like commercialized, plastic, colorful. We all know the sand toys. The best toys they're finding, they're digging out of my kitchen drawers.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm washing them a lot, and they'll probably end up just being donated
Yeah,
to the sand pit in the end.
Will.
But they like that. They like the size, like you said, the scale, and they like the stability, I guess, the sturdiness of them.
You need to make a trip to DI.
I think I do. Magical lights, you say, are sort of a must-have for that fairy vibe.
You can't have magical vibes if you don't have some string lights up.
Yeah.
We have solar lights, and we have so many meals outside as well. And also the secret, I put on a Spotify playlist called French Cafe, and it just like elevates everything. It's so fun. Don't knock it till you try it.
No, there's something to that too. My husband makes fun of me every time we walk. I'm sorry to bring up Disneyland when we're talking about mud kitchens, but like the soundtrack does something. Music inspires us and turns us toward a certain part of our spirit and our souls, and creativity is part of that. Quickly give us some best ways to spark playtime while we're out there. You've got some simple pickup projects.
Yeah, simple things. Painted rocks. You can see my daughter painted this rock.
Cute.
But I've painted some of these. So painted rocks, super easy to have out there.
Is this a pickle?
Yes, my kids love pickles.
Gosh, the best blueberries, so fun. An avocado?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, next level. These binoculars are cute and easy.
Yes, super easy. Toilet paper rolls. I painted these ones, but my kids are usually making them. They just don't know I'm on today because I can't give away the secret of the fairy houses.
Yeah, no.
So, toilet paper binoculars, painted rocks. You can use wood slices as plates and as cups.
Sure. Is this a journal?
This is a nature journal. My kids love these. And my 4-year-old son did all of these a couple weeks ago. And you can see, I mean, he went around and he got the shape of all the things and then wrote them. So
clever.
It's so fun. Just get your kids outside. You don't have to complicate it. You don't have to do as much as I did. Obviously, I love it. Just get out there.
And if we are, let's say, helping the fairies stabilize their abode, right? Stabilize their homes. How might we do that to weather the weather?
Yeah, no hot glue, unless it's going to be inside. But hot glue just does not withstand our Utah temperatures or any fluctuation and changes. So you need a silicone glue, or I really like this Gorilla Clear Glue.
It does the job.
And it works really good. And I just use recycled materials as well. This is my ginger capsule, my vitamins that I'm currently building.
Take your vitamins
this one,
and then build a fairy house.
Right?
I like it.
Salsa jar, dates container. It's just all the stuff. And then also something that I've discovered recently is this epoxy clay. You mix it up, it's a 2-part system. And I have started building these right onto my trees. So then it looks like there's windows and doors coming out of the trees. And I've got this whole vision with ladders and bridges.
You're extending the footprint of the tree with that. Oh, how fun. Lindsey, thank you. Thank you for sharing your spark and your passion and the magic that comes with it. Where can we see more of your ideas?
You can find me on Instagram, Lynn's Made This, and that's where I post all my upcoming classes and events and all of the stuff.
And you have an event coming up that relates to this topic.
Yes, I'll be hosting a fairy house making night in my backyard, and that will be Tuesday, July 11th.
My goodness, go learn from the very best. Details on your Instagram and there too.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it.